and I am in now trading in a live trading room on this particular video you're going to watch. And we're going to do a OTM, an out of the money trade. And when we come in here, you'll hear me talking about this is an OTM possibility and opportunity. And I'm going to show you different ways on how to get in, how to set take profits, and how to do all that stuff inside. I really do appreciate your time. Please watch this. If you got to watch it a few times, go ahead. But let me get into, you'll be coming into the live trading room now. Kind of finish up. Now, what we could do at this rate, at the 107.34, at this 107.34, oh, that's for 9, that's for 8 o'clock, so 9 o'clock. 107.34 all the way up here. If this were to get to $75, okay, that's what we want to get that to. We want to get that sell for 75. What is that going to do? I'll tell you. You just wait, Bob. I'm going to tell you. Trust me, okay? I'm going to put down for 75 for this order for 3 trades. Why? Because if it gets to 75 plus that 25, that's $100 per contract. That is a true one-to-one break-even offer, right? So we're going to place that order. What that's going to do is going to put it down here into the USD JPY working order section. So if it does jump to that, it'll pick that up. Why? Because these things usually kind of push up, and if they can, this area of contention right here at this 50 mark is what's going to push us back, push this little level back. And because it's already happening into a slow draw down, it's going to try to end out right around this area. It wants to break this level. Mark my words, over the next hour. It wants to break down below this level. Now, the only thing that it would, that if it does close out over up top here, it may be headed north for a reversal to try to hit up to this zone up here. That's the only thing against it. But I'm willing to take those odds because it's more than 50% in our favor. Okay? This is an OTM. So let me show you how I'm going to set this up as an OTM trade. USD JPY, we've already set it to buy at this level. Look, it hit that level and it shrunk back. What we need for it to do now is to give us a couple of bear bars here and then fall down right around this area. Okay? So if that does, we might be in a good way. If it does drop down, it doesn't really need to drop down much, right? And we got about 54 minutes. From now to the about halfway after the hour, you're going to want to wait to do this, right? Because you don't want it to drop down right now and then get bought up on this process. But here's what you can do. We're going to set a take profit order. And how do you do that? I'm glad you asked. Here's how you do it. We're going to click on to bring up the ticket. Now remember, you always do what? You sell higher than you buy, right? So if you buy something for $1, you want to sell it for $2 to make profit, right? So in this case, we sold for 50. So if I want to make $25 average for every contract that I do, how much, what's the void of 25 out of this? So if I wanted to make 25, I would have had to have bought it for 25. Make sense? Great. So here's what we do. We're going to do this order, and since we've sold it already, we got to be on the buy side, and the price has to be what? That's right, $25. Okay? What this will do is, and in fact, I probably should put 24, so we can make a dollar extra per each one, maybe even 23, to make $2 if you wanted to do that. I'll split it and do 24, and we're going to place order. Now, what this is going to do, you got to make sure you get this down right. So practice a lot in demo, right? Because if you do it on the wrong way, if you do a sell to a sell, you're going to buy more contracts, right? If you do it higher than the number, it's going to buy you out where you're at right now, and you're going to lose money. So you got to be careful, right? We only need to go down 3 pips right now for us to get into money. Why? Because we just bought 6 contracts at $50, right? We're in for reserve for about $300, right? We got a cost. And that's why I don't like having this part up like this. I usually just like having the available with the T and L, right? Just like that. So 135, 165 is how much? $300. That's right. So we're in for that. So if this thing loses, we're losing 300, right? Because we originally bought 3 contracts, and we bought another 3 for $75, right? Which is a void of 100. So 3, so $50 a piece times 6, 300. Now, if we win, if it goes like drops all the way down below, we could make $300. Or we can make 6 times 25, right? 150. So we're only looking at about half of what we would normally do there. But why we do that is because here's what possibly could happen. This pair is going to drop down. Here's 34. Here's where it needs to be right now. It doesn't look like it's very much, is it? Right? We're on a 15-minute chart. Okay? So it needs to come down right about here for it to be in the win column. But we still got all the way over to here to go. We have a whole hour to go. It could drop down here and then come back up and finish out over here if we're not careful, which we could end up losing. So you have to kind of make a decision. And I usually do this usually a little bit about halfway before expiry, right? So if it's a 2 hour and it happens early in the expiry, I have to look at what's about halfway through that and from where it happens to how long is left. So if it happens an hour before the end of expiry, I look at about a half hour in between that. Then I will put on my take profit, okay? And I do so at a very lucrative side, right? Your pair is never going to get to 70% of your ticket value, okay? So you always have to look at that. I'm not going to see a $300 profit in this profit loss area. I'll probably see maybe a $200 in there, or 225 maybe, right? And see, look, we're already getting into profit now because look what's happening. We're dropping below. Now, I usually like to keep this on, I usually like to put it on right about a half hour. So at my point, I would be waiting to put this on about a half an hour, but I don't want to hang around for that part, right? So I'm going to do this because I know it's probably going to get hit. If it falls down below that process and really does chunk down like this, and especially if we get like a little shooting star that's going to happen here, or a hammer or what have you, it's going to head down south like that. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. Pounds, not really moving too much on that one, so I don't see us getting into that one. And so sitting here waiting for this to unfold, is a possibility. It's hitting up to 35 again. Now, there's also a point here, right? We got some good trades and it came down enough. Do you take a $19 loss? That's up to you as well. I only trade to this level because the opportunities for me to make that 300, I don't really care about. I'm looking to make it as 150. That's a 1-to-1 at that point, right? I'm risking 300 to make 300 with that potential. But now I'm doing 1-to-2 if I take that profit early, right? Make sense? I hope so. Makes sense to me. Now, if this thing in the next 30 minutes really starts to unfold, before the 30 minutes, like it's dropping down and it's down below that and it just keeps on going, this may be triggered out pretty quickly and you'll see that, right? But we'll have to wait for that. So I'm going to come back roughly in around 50 minutes. If this gets bought out, it gets bought out. That's just the way it goes. But if it doesn't, then we can kind of wait to see if it does get close. If it does get close, then I feel like we're not going to get it. And one of those margining factors, what I know we won't get it, is that if we close again and anywhere up in this area over the next bar, we close up here at all with another bull bar, then we might be in between this little zone area for a little bit. And if that's 2 bars, that might be 2 bars, and it might flip back and forth with a couple tails with a last second run. So there's no reason to sit here and keep watching and make decisions now. All right. So I'll be back. I'll stop the recording now and we'll jump out of Discord. I'll jump up a channel. And if you guys got questions about this process, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm Max, this is Dex, and see you in a second. Get a business out of this solution. And I'm very, very excited to share that with many more people. Last 15 minutes here, I may look at just letting this go do what it's going to do. And then I'll shoot you over a results video on that process. But you can kind of see we jumped up to that 250 mark. We're sitting okay. If we can get down to 107.32 on this, we may hit this number. We may hit this 25 or 24 per at that level. But I'll stick around for a few extra minutes to see what we're doing. At this time, if you guys have a question, type it out in chat inside the Discord channel, and I will try to answer any questions at that point. At the top of the hour, I'll probably be calling it the night and maybe going and grabbing a bourbon. It's been a long day. Also, make sure that you click on my name, right-click on my name, hit my profile, and do add me as a friend in the process. You simply just hit add friend. I'm going to try to add all you that are in the area as well. That way, I can make sure that we're connected, and when I go on, you'll see that I'm going on, all that kind of good stuff. So That's always good to have in there too. All right, let's jump back over to the trade block. See, we got about 1 more minute, and then we're going to get in. And the formation of this next bar is really important. I'm going to refresh the screen here. Go there. This next bar, when it comes out, is what's going to set it, because we want it to come in and just start heading down from here. With this bar straight down here. Probably going to do a little last minute run in this last little bit of the bar, because if we go over to the 1 hour and we look, we're above the trend, but we look like we're coming down here like this, right? And that's where we kind of need to end out right now. You know, this part of the process of the theory of the OTM and how that works against that. Let's jump over to the 2 hour chart. You know, where did we get our level at? We got our level right here. You know, right at this level right here, 34, 35, right in that area, right? And that's where we're kind of playing at right now. So you see the levels work. You see that the levels do have contention when you get to this. You know, to come up, push past, come back, test it, and then fall down. You see, now we're falling down. Watch what happens now. We're down to 32. We're up to $46 profit margin. We could easily, at this point, like we have in the past, if we can stay dropped down. Yep, there we are. We're heading back up north again. And this is what can happen. It can, in this first few minutes of the block, it's going to try to battle a little bit south, right? And then it's going to do what? It's either going to try to go up north, right? Because we want 1, 2, 3, because it's the top of the hour. It's this last bar of the hour, right? So, but if we can get this third one committing to bear, then I think we got it. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Down 107.30, 107.30.05. 118, 120, and 3. Oh, come on. You can push this. There it is. Picked up, no problem. As you can see, winner, chicken dinner at that level. Again, that was a demo. That was the demo trade. I don't think we're going to get this picked up, so I'm even going to go ahead and take it off that process there. Cancel the order. We're clean out of there, no losses. But you can see where this was a perfect OTM process. Now, could it finish underneath? Yeah, it can. And, you know, would you have left? Is that really leaving $150 on the table? At this level, I'd have more respect for you to have that process on, that it's structured, right? That it has not just going in, oh, it's green, let me click out, right? But more of a structure that set yourself the timetable. You know, like I said, don't put it on past half, to, I guess, the last half hour of the trade. You know, put it in there at that point. Unless you see that theoretical moving happening at that time, put it on then. Like I did, for this, it was something different. Now we're about 4 pips in. So it's still all good, right? The next is getting that take profit scenario when you get the OTM on, and how to figure all that out, right? You always do what? You buy for more than you sell. So if you get into a sell side for $50, then you want to make $25 on it, you need to have the buy at $25 lower. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video. In this live trading room, we got a lot of stuff that we were still doing left over. I hope you did learn the OTM system in there. Make sure that you practice this in demo before you ever trade it in live. It is very lucrative to do and be able to spot. Make sure you spot those levels very quickly. I'm Max Farrow. This is DexFXMarkets.com. I look forward to seeing you next time. And as always, trade well.